Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. I hope you had a great weekend. If you're celebrated Thanksgiving, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Caroline, hello. Oliver, yo on Behance, yo on Twitch, and yo on YouTube. Yo, Oliver, good to see you. Mafu, hello. Oliver says, I celebrated discounts. Nice. So today, since yesterday was Cyber Monday, today is like Giving Tuesday, I think it's called. It's, I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It's something in the United States, and it started a while ago, but it's considered, it's a day to give to charities. So that's kind of what today is about. Let's see. Mafu's asking Oliver, did you get anything? I'm jealous. Well, Cyber Monday, I got home. I'm pretty happy about that. Ooh, Oliver says I got an annual CC sub for 300 pounds off. The deals are good. You know what? Let me bring that up really quick, and I can share my screen in a moment, everybody. This is, I'm glad you brought that up, Oliver, because this is something we need to talk about. So go ahead, copy that. Yep, visit site. Okay. Bruce, hello. All right, let me share my screen. For those of you that may not know, Kosel Photography is an Adobe affiliate. So the link that I just put into chat is an affiliate link. So as you can see right now, there are some great deals that are occurring, and you can save 50% on the Creative Cloud all apps, and it ends December 3rd. So make sure if you're going to be purchasing anything, do it shortly. It's going to be ending quickly, but you can see right here we've got the Creative Cloud app for $29.98, which is amazing. Caroline says, yes, I got the 50% discount deal for upgrading from a single app to full CC as well. That is great. Also, if you're interested, they also have 50% off the Substance collection if you're interested in 3D. And let me jump back into my Discord really quick. If anybody is looking for any other links, there is an Adobe links here on my Discord at the top. And if you scroll down, you're going to see Express, the photography plan, the student plan right here. Let me go ahead. If you are a student, go ahead, put that into chat. The Adobe offer is first year only. Sometimes they'll give it to you if you go through cancellation. This year, they didn't for me. Oof. So if you are a student, you get 70% off, $15.99 a month for the full CC. That is amazing. 16 bucks. Mafu, I know you're a student. I know that. That's why I'm putting it in here in case you want it. In case you go to your parents and you're like, look, see, hey, it's $59.99 normally. I'm a student. I can get it for $15.99. Boom. So that is pretty amazing. Absolutely amazing. So make sure to check those out. Lydia says, I had the discounts by canceling the prior plan, then rejoin later after contacting the Adobe agent online this year. That, Lydia, that is what I did. And Bruce, you can be a student. Just get a student card someplace. If your plan is coming up, and you need to re-up your plan. And this is any time of the year. I highly recommend calling Adobe. Sandrine, hello. This is actually, Sandrine told me to do this, and it helped me save a bunch of money. I was able to call, and I think I got, I don't know, it was cheap. It was cheap. I said, hey, this is what's going on. I want to know if I can get a discount because I'm not happy. And they said, yes, we can give you a discount. So that was a little tip Sandrine gave me. So Sandrine, thank you for that. But okay, any other questions about that? I asked for the discount. Second year, they said I have to do it like a new plan. Yes, it screwed my stuff up. Also, there's a new referral program. There's a new one? I'm part of the old, then I'm part of the old one. Yeah, because I was an Adobe Express ambassador, I had several different plans. I had the photography plan, I had a full app plan, and I also had an Adobe Express plan. Two of those were given to me. And so to get the discount, they had to cancel all of my other plans. So it took away my Creative Cloud storage because it all added up. Okay, Mafu, any discounts for Adobe Audition as a Mafu, Adobe Audition, no. $22.99 for Audition. But as a student, you can get the everything for $15.99. There's no. Do the $15.99, Mafu, not the $22.99. So, no discount. Okay, how was your trip to the States? I didn't go to the trip to go to the States, Bruce. We will be talking about that. Oliver says, yeah, I do that every year. This year, all they offered me was 2 free months, though. Then I saw Amazon was selling the annual plan for 46% off. So I have that now. Wow. Gareth, hello. Big shout out to Gareth. He brought something up to me, and I've known it, but I really haven't looked into it. So we're going to do that in a second. But actually, I've been going for a while, and I didn't do my introduction. So I got to do that real quick, everybody. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Shawn Kosel. I'm a photographer. I'm based in Germany. If you're watching this on Behance, click on my icon up there. It'll take you to my Behance page, which is thus. You can check out my past live streams right there. If you like what I do, feel free to subscribe right there, and buy me a cup of Joe. Buy me a cup of coffee and you will get a wallpaper, a photo of Budapest that I made on Adobe Live. If you're watching this on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and sometime it will be LinkedIn, you will see a Linktree link right there, and it'll take you here. Very important, you can join my Discord from here because this is where we're going to be talking about Light and Art Community Challenge with a chance to win a 12-month subscription to the Creative Cloud. Jane, Lady Jane, up, duck. Good to see you. That probably sounds really strange with an American accent. Up, duck. Good to see you, Jane. Always missed. Okay, that's enough about me. Let's jump into the Discord. Gareth brought this up, and wait, back into the Discord. Whenever I get any type of information or anything I feel needs to get passed along to you, I'm going to put it under announcements, and I will tag everybody. It probably gets a little annoying, but that's what I'm good at doing, is annoying people. So the big thing, Gareth brought up a question to me about the Creative Cloud synced files. They will no longer be synced through your libraries. So he sent me a link. I will put this into chat. Annoying people is a lifestyle. It is, and I'm good at it. So the first question, what are Creative Cloud synced files? This is old news. It was announced a few months ago. Yes, it was, Jane. You are correct. But the question is not the fact that it's happening. The question was, or is, how will it affect you? That's the question. Honestly, okay, I knew where it was on my, in my libraries. Did I know where they were on my local files? No, I didn't. So if we jump up into my Finder, come up into here, I need to go to my home page, and you are going to see right here a page that says Creative Cloud Files. So these are the Creative Cloud files that are synced all the way through. Most of them are libraries or assets that I've gotten from Adobe Live, but also we've got, you know, the PSD little Shawn, a Maximo that I was messing around with. So one recommendation that I came up with was, and again, this was Gareth's idea, is to just take this folder and get it on an external hard drive. Because you never know. You never know when it comes to Adobe. It does not affect cloud files, e.g. No. It's not. It's Creative Cloud files, local documents. That's why I am passing along this. This has all the information that you need. So this is, you know, passing this along. Just giving information, Jane. Don't need to yell at me. Jane's typing in all caps. No! Jumping back into the Discord. So there, you know, Caroline, and this is why I do this. We put the information out there. We can, I'm just joking, Jane. We can put the information out there, and then we can discuss it and try to make sure that we've got the best information to take care of ourselves. I'm confused with the clouds. Caroline says, I didn't know about this, so thank you, Shawn. Caroline, thank Gareth. Thank Gareth. I know I announced it a long time ago, but it was arbitrary. It was a throwaway comment. Oh, by the way, this is what I read on the blog. I didn't think it affected me. It does a little bit, but not much. But we have Caroline, Stan, Oliver. We jumped in, kind of discussed things. Oliver found files in the Creative Cloud files. Local folder will no longer be copied to the cloud storage, and those copies in the cloud will be deleted. Local copies won't be deleted, but those in the cloud will be. So Oliver moved them to his OneDrive and iCloud drive instead. So, you know, I highly recommend getting onto your local drive and just see what's going on. For clarifications, what's going away is this. Thank you, Oliver. That right there. Do you have a folder in your computer called... Yes. Okay. Thank you, Sandrine, for helping Mafu. Let me show it again. And I'm gonna... this is just my regular Finder folders. You can see I'm in my downloads right now. If I go to my home page, I actually have a local folder called Creative Cloud Files. So... this is just a recommendation for you to get on your local drive and see what you have in there. That's it. back it up maybe. That's it. Other than that, it just will not be synced through the library. Okay. Hopefully that's clear. All right. If you have files saved in Photoshop or Illustrator that say PSDC or an AIC that you see in your files area of the those are safe. Yes. All right. Let's get into the Creative Cloud. Your files over here, up above my head, you don't need to worry about those. Okay? The majority of these files here, you don't need to worry about. If you're saving anything at all, like Jane said, as a cloud document from Photoshop, Illustrator, Fresco files, anything that you're saving, don't need to worry about it. It's just the cloud, local cloud document files. So that's it. Okay, like all of these libraries here are going to be perfectly fine. Yep. So I have all these libraries, as you can see, tons of them. They're going to be fine. They're not going to be going away. It's just the Creative Cloud local file. That's it. I mean, really, that's how come I kind of wasn't worried about it. It affected me very little. The link to the synced files is at the bottom. You can't see it because it's behind you. Oliver. Let me get rid of the lower third. Down here at the bottom, open synced folder. And it opens up the local drive folder. There you go. No longer synced. Thank you for that, Oliver. Okay. Great. Let's get into something creative now. We've talked about we've talked business, we've talked money. Now let's do something creative for a little bit, please. Let me switch sides. For those of you that do not know, I am running a community challenge, and if you click on over here on my Discord, it's called Challenges, and you will see Light and Art Challenge. If you click into that and you're like, well, I don't know what this is. On the Discord, come up here to the pinned messages, or you can scroll up to the top, okay? But in the future, hopefully there's going to be enough work that it's going to be a pain to scroll. You can hit pinned messages and you are going to see this. So this is the explanation of the Light and Art Community Challenge with a series of ideas. If you have problems coming up with your own idea, you can take one of these and have fun with it. The only thing I want to know is what's happening to the Adobe Rush files, because at the moment it stores all its assets in that synced folder. Interesting. It's all fresh in my mind because I've been clearing out cloud files all morning. I did that last week. Not happy. Not happy. Okay, so we've got our pinned file. Let's take a look at some of the work. So we've got Robert was the first one to post after me. So we have the Light and Art. Very fun. A lot of prisms. I'd like to know how Robert made this. What did he make it in? but that definitely counts for light and art. So good job, Robert. For those of you that did not catch last week's stream, Lobe, hello. This is a challenge for the Adobe Express ambassadors to make a quote post. So I made this last week, just some light quotes. And I was able to kill two birds with one stone by, that's a horrible quote, or that's horrible sounding. I was able to take care of two things with one project, one for my challenge and one for being an Adobe ambassador. So a candle loses nothing when it lights another candle. I love that. Thomas Jefferson. A day without sunshine is like, you know, night. Steve Martin. And stay open. Who knows? Lightning could strike. William Parrish. This is one of those times that as I go through and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I know I use the same font size, but due to the fonts, it ends up looking so much smaller when you flip through it. That is something I need to pay attention to. And I'm learning. I am parched. Okay, we have Frank. This is quite funny. Think about that, Tuesday. I'm digging this. I am digging this quite a bit. Oh, okay. It's to do with the white on black doing something odd. There's a name for it. Are you talking about the banding? I mean, there's a little... Okay, Jane says no. Oh, all right. I'm digging it. I like the concept. I like everything going on. Annie. No, actually. So, Annie, the way it works is first off, you come in and you say hello. You say hello to the community. If you want somebody to look at your work, you do not ask. I do have a Discord. We jump back in here. And I actually have community artwork and project feedbacks. Here's an example for how you do it. Good day, everybody. Rick coming in and teaching. Way to go, Rick. Way to go. Good to see you, Rick. Hope you had a good weekend. All right, let's get back to Frank's. I'm loving everything about this. Absolutely everything. Says a ton. Says a ton. So I'm digging that. I'm digging that one a lot. And then we've got absorbed by light. Iridation illusion. Wow, I don't even know what that is, Jane. Lydia says, hi, Rick. Are we going to check yours out? Rick hasn't added much. Not in a while. That's what the white orb black effect is. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jane. We're all learning something new today. I love it. General, hello there. I am digging this. You know, Frank with his glow just does a fantastic job working the lights with the corners. I love the grain that we've got going on, the texture, the gradient, everything about it. Everything about it. It's interesting, the type of texture and the grain that Frank added just with the gradient with that. So I got a Photoshop update today. I don't know what's new though. I am not going to check. I did not get an update today, Rick. I'm not going to check because I actually have it open right now. But absorbed by light. I dig it. Dig it. Okay. So those are the three, 4 including mine, new projects for the community challenge. So we do not have a deadline yet. It'll probably be in January, so we've got time. We've got about a month, or over a month, I should say. So start thinking about it. Can't wait to see what everybody makes, because we've got a bunch of people here. I am giving away a 12-month subscription to the Creative Cloud. So if you want a chance to win a 12-month subscription to the Creative Cloud, brought to you by Adobe community experts. Hi, Uma. Make sure to post your work to the Lighten Art, and actually, let me check something out here. Why do I look huge? Okay. My camera zoomed in a bit. Check something out. Nope, nothing new. Just mine on Instagram. Who's that? When was that? Okay, that was a long time ago. Good to go. All right, we've got nothing else to take a look at, I don't think. Let me see. Nope. Oh, I don't know who this is. Umeke? Hello? Good to see you. I hope I pronounced your name right. I don't think I did, but sorry. Hello. Okay. So we have Sokotoa. Now, I do not know who Sokotoa is, but for those of you that do not know what Sokotoa is, it is sine equals opposite times the divided by the hypotenuse. Cosine is the adjacent. I don't know why I can't say that today. Tangent, opposite over adjacent. So it is actually, Sokotoa is trigonometry. Interesting name. Okay. Let's see here. Just getting back into my photography after a couple years hiatus, enjoying Shawn's photography videos as a refresher. All right. That is okay. This is really interesting. Hypotenuse. The funny thing is I can see how it's spelled in my head. I'm getting too old for such a trigonometry thing. Lens baby. That background looks very Lens baby, Oliver. I'm looking at it and I knew it and I didn't think it was a Lens baby, but I agree. It's got some very interesting motion going on. Lens baby. But I dig it. I really like the black and white. The grittiness, the texture that we've got going on, a radial blur. It does look like a radial blur. But the interesting thing, Uma, is we don't really have much of a radial blur down here. Like on the... Maybe. Maybe they were able to select just the background. Well, if I knew who this was and they were in chat, we could ask them, but we do not know. We don't know who this person is. Not a clue. Selective radial blur. No, it's called layers, not selective. Layers. I dig it. I like it. Okay. There we go. I think that's all we've got to look at on the Discord. Are there any secret trigonometry fans in chat today? I love trig. I absolutely love trig. So, funny thing, Rick, since you asked, when I was in construction, I did HVAC, and as an apprentice, I have always been a fan of math. So, as an apprentice, we would be laying out ductwork and laying out, lines, and we were working. I'm not going to say the company or where we were working, but it was a clean room that made semiconductor chips. So we had to deal with a great deal of getting from point A to point B for acid transfer systems, things of that nature. And so people would take two elbows and hold them up and say, here, measure in between. And that's how they were doing their math. And I was like, no. So I was able to create a cheat sheet, a 45-degree angles, 1.414 to end up figuring out what you need from center line to center line. So I was able to go through with all of the angles that we use from 60s, 45s, 30s, being able to get all that and created cheat sheets for the journeyman on the job. So I broke it down all using trig. I loved it. Okay. Hello. Oh, it's Hanny from Behance. Hello. Welcome in. Just jumped into the Discord. All right. Today, I just got back. Let me get this up. As a photographer's apprentice, I had to be acquainted with chemistry and light formulas, but not trig. Although I can see it would have helped with the light as well. Yes. All right. I spent a little bit longer or more time in Greece than what was expected. So my flight ended up getting canceled, whatever day that was, a couple days ago. Made it to Athens. We had to stay overnight in Athens. Number one thing, if anybody here... Okay, we're going big head mode. I'm time to preach. Anybody from America, Rick, I know you are, anybody else from America, I beg you to contact Pete Buttigieg and also your congressperson or Senate to enact the flyers' rights within America. Okay? I'm trying to figure out if I am going to start a campaign to push for that. Oliver says the what? In the EU, you have the flyers' rights. As a flyer, as a being on an airplane, a traveler on an airplane, flyer rights, EU flyer rights. Greatest thing ever, okay? Now, number one, I was stuck in Texas last time I went to America. They flew me, I had to wait like 6 hours to get on a flight to fly maybe an hour away just to have my flight canceled for the following day. But they flew me and then they said, oh, your flight's the next day. So my choice is sleep at the airport, or actually take a taxi in and get a hotel room in which all I had to pay for myself out of my own pocket. For what I paid for the taxi and also for the hotel room was the same amount of money of what I paid for 4 nights in a cave house in Greece for 1 night out of my own pocket, okay? I was upset. This time in Greece, in Athens, my flight was canceled. They said, we're gonna put you on a plane later. I said, okay. First off, we ended up, my wife and I got 2 18-euro vouchers for food, drinks. It was great, great. Then they put us on a flight, sent us to Athens. We get to Athens, they paid for our Uber to and from the airport. They put us in a 5-star hotel 40 minutes away from the, it was a Marriott, and I'll plug them because it was great, Marriott. 5-star hotel in downtown Athens. They paid for that. They paid for dinner and they paid for breakfast. Because of flyer rights. We do not have those in America, okay? I'm going to jump off my soapbox, but oh my God, please, please, anybody in America, contact Pete. Everybody knows who Pete is. If you're an American, contact Pete, contact your Senate person, contact your congressperson. We need that. We are just pieces of meat in America. Why is it, as an American, you get treated better in the EU by American-ran airlines than you do in America? Why? Come on. Bruce says, when I asked come back with airport stories, this is not what I meant. Oh, Bruce, I got stories. Flying is for droids. Not like that in a fear, wait, not like in a fear way, I just find, okay. Did I miss? Yeah, it was horrible, Rick, going to Max. If the plane starts its journey in the EU, are you covered by EU law? No, Sandrine, that's a good question. I think it has to be within an EU airport. So if it was an international traveling, you're there. You're already there. So no, it would be an American. It's an American thing, and it sucks. Mafu, I don't expect you to know Pete. In the EU, corporations don't have much ability to lobby politicians. All right. Okay. No. See, Bruce, don't be sorry, because the experience that I had in the EU flying has always been 1,000 times better than in America. That's it. That's it. Okay. I will have another funny story coming up eventually. I think EU companies are covered by the law everywhere, but US companies are only covered at the point where they're operating within the EU. Yes. Correct, Oliver. Okay, so flying into Greece. It was massive lightning storm that was occurring. I pulled my camera out and I was trying. It was trying to get some lightning. I finally got it. Picture turned out horrible. So, not happy with that. Next off, to let you know, I was staying in Santorini, which is a small island in Greece. And as I said earlier, we were staying in a cave house. This was the entryway to the house, and this was actually right behind the house. I've got different pictures when I got my fisheye lens, but we were staying with not on the coast, but we were staying in the middle region, but within a hillside village. But did the volcano erupt? It did not while I was there. It did not. This was looking from our front edge, looking down, and you can see we've got the ocean view right there. Can you eat those? Can you? Sandrine, I actually don't know. I honestly don't know if you can. But of course they're everywhere. All right. Let me check. Oliver says yes. Lobe says yes. Caroline says I've been to Rhodes, Crete, and yes. I love Crete. Crete was awesome. Crete was so good. Had a little guys all over the place, everywhere. Alicia, hello. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving also. Wait for it. Maybe. There we go. Hi, Bruce's mom. Hi, Bruce's mom. One more time. Hi, Bruce's mom. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. How did those get on the island? They swam. Oh, Rick, waiter, there are snails on our plate. Take them away. Don't look, take them away. I like escargot. All right, so this is the house. The exterior was absolutely amazing. Sandrina's French and is using the puke emoji for escargot. Come on. Okay. So for those of you that do not know, this is looking from the front door. This whole balcony, it was absolutely gorgeous up until the storm came in. Frog legs over snails every day. Oh no, I'm the opposite, Sandrine. I'll have escargot. Yep. So this is the inside. Everything was concrete. Absolutely everything. You had the couch was concrete with just a pad on it. The bed was like fully concrete, probably a meter tall, with a pad over it. So these are all raw files. And now this is the same village I was staying in, but not in this town. So this is absolutely just amazing to end up taking a look at this type of scenery. I've never seen anything like this. Not many places do you go to where the villages are some of the highlights. Pretty stunning. Now, the interesting thing here is this. We're gonna just flip through these. This is very, very much in the off season. So a lot of places were closed. A lot of restaurants were closed. A lot of resorts and hotels were all shuttered down for this off season. And there was nobody there. Like, there was so few people that in these photos, you're going to see mostly like nobody. It was wonderful. I will take the closed hotels, the closed restaurants, make my life a little harder. I'm okay with that. With less people. Oh. And of course, my wife and I, we try to get off the beaten path as much as we can. I am digging that. Mostly nobody is still too many people for me. So this is just a roadside hut that we came across. And I started realizing right away, and this is one of the things you want to do when you are traveling, is you're just not looking at, you know, beautiful things, the beautiful pictures, but you want to actually get a little bit of the dirty nastiness of your travels. Did you know Shawn and planned around that? Did you know? Did you know? Oh, yes. Yes. Well, first off, I love this photo. First off, I would die in the heat that they have during the high season. I am not, my wife and I are not the kind that want to go down. Now, we did this in Crete, but it was also at the end of our vacation. But we are not the kind of people that will go down to the beach and hang out and spend a day on a beach. We don't do that. We explore. We get out there and, you know, we try to figure stuff out. I like that too. So I uploaded, because I got back yesterday, I haven't had an opportunity to really go through this. Very interesting for those of you that may not know. Right here, you can see that there is a gondola that will take you down to the beach right there. And I've got photos of it. That one's good. Eventually, I've got photos of it. The way that you get around is mainly by donkeys. So as you can see, here's the gondola that will take you down, and you see this path. Sure, you can walk up if you want. You could probably take the gondola back up. Yeah, sure. But what this town is known for is donkeys. All the donkeys, everybody here. Oh, Harris, we are all designers here of some sort. We do not hire people here. This is a safe place to actually hang out and talk about work and talk about design and art, not hiring. So also, if you really want to get hired, I highly recommend that you come in and say hello to people first. You don't say, hi, hey, I'm a designer, hire me. It doesn't work. I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't work. So, even right next to me where I was staying, there was some work being done in the off season, and they were bringing up all the supplies by donkeys. It was actually really cool to see. All right, so we're moving on. Now, this is something that I had to read about, and everybody knows that this, or not, I don't want to assume everybody knows, but these villages are known for the blue roofs. Well, the blue roofs, I would not call them, churches, but they are family chapels. So this is one of the things that I was talking about when you are showing the kind of dirty nastiness of some place that you go. Trips are never picture perfect like what you see on Instagram. It's a load of bull. It's absolutely a load of bull. You can spray, and this is one of the terms that my wife and I use, and it's putting lipstick on a pig. Why? This town, I see blue stairs, not roofs. Oh, we'll get to the blue roofs. This town is packed with cats and a handful of dogs. For those of you that have been to Athens, you'll know Athens is more of a mainly dogs They have a ton of dogs everywhere. They have a great program for stray dogs. Here, it's cats. And they are sneaky little buggers. This is actually an art institute that painted their roof. So I thought that was pretty cool. Here's one of the few dogs, and he is looking rough. There's Anne, or Mrs. Shawn, better known. Okay. We are going to go through here really quick. So these are kind of the chapels, the family chapels. Now, for those of you that do not know about how a lot of cathedrals, especially here in Europe, are built, is you've got the main, really, it's just where the pews are, and they didn't used to have pews. And then families would purchase chapels. And around, they had to pay for everything to be built. I love the colors. They would have to pay for everything to be built and also give a house or an apartment for life to the church. And so this, instead of having, because they don't have room for cathedrals, instead of that, they did family chapels. So a lot of these little small chapels are throughout the town. Here in this town, they're not blue. They will be in the next town. But you can see these family chapels. Here's one. We've got one here. So that's actually a big one. That's a church. But we're going to do a little bit of education, running through here really quick. Steven, hello. And for those of you that don't know, this is actually part of a ring of a volcano that exploded. Here's one of the things. I love the photo, the color combination of this. So just taking photos to get an idea of maybe doing some color picking for color palette. All right, going fast. I like that one. So as I was talking about, you can see this island here is the volcano. That's the center of the volcano. And there is a series of rings that go around. So this island we were on, in one day, we were able to go through and go from one end of the island to the other. We were staying on one end, driving to the other took like 29 minutes. Do you use Adobe Color for picking color palettes? I do. Unless I'm picking specifically from a photo or an image. Adobe Color is my favorite way. Sometimes now, a lot of the times I don't carry my phone, and we can actually do this really quick. That's a good question. Let's go ahead. We're going to grab this photo right here. We're going to go Command E. I like to use capture when I carry my phone, but I don't carry my phone. So it's not needed. But the cool thing is, if I come up here to my libraries right there, clicking on my libraries, down here, you're going to see this plus icon. So I can click on that, and we've got Adobe Capture within Photoshop. So I can click on that, and this image is going to open up in Adobe Capture. And let's make this a little bit bigger. So you have a ton of options here. What you can do is, we've got up here at the top, you've got patterns, shapes, color themes, gradients, and type. So we can see the type of patterns that we want, and you get the sample here of what you've got. You can move around the image, you can scale it to get whatever you like to create that style. That's kind of cool, digging that. So you've got a series of different options there. You can actually use grayscale or color there, and then you will save it to your CC libraries right there. Now, you can also do shapes. So we can, I don't want a shape. We'll jump over to gradients. And the first thing that you've got up here is your gradient stops. Now, by default, it's set to 3, but you can actually take this up to 15 stops. Now, there are not 15 colors really in this. So if I just leave this as a standard 5 or 4, I think we could probably get away with 4. Let's go 5. So what we can do is we've got our white or our blue. It's a very light blue. That'll be for that. Then what we can do is maybe grab that yellow there. Then we would want this blue. Then we could go with that red. And as I'm doing this, you can see the gradient is actually changing up here at the top. And then I like having this dark for being, let's say, my black. Precious, hello. So now I've got that gradient and I can say, hey, yeah, go ahead and save that. And boom, it just has been saved right here. Capture gradient. So I've got a grease gradient. Let's jump over to color themes. And here's our 5 colors that we want. And let's do the exact same thing. Let's go ahead. Grab that one there. Yep, I want that red. Like that. Grab that. We can actually go with a... It is a rich red, yeah. Go with this dark blue. Yeah. You know what? Let's go with this. I think instead of the white, and we will save that. All right. And you can see instantly, boom, it's saved to my library right there. So from that photo, I got all the color palettes that I wanted. Okay. And yes, okay, you're talking about the browser. Jump up here. Now, here is the difference. Lowbase is saying, using the browser, you've got the extract theme, extract gradient, and accessibility tools. So this is the exact same thing as what I was doing within Photoshop. Now, the difference is I don't have to export anything. I don't have to export from Lightroom Classic, export the image, then upload the image to Adobe Color. I don't have to do that. I can just work directly between Lightroom Classic and Photoshop. So if I have an image that I've already extracted and then I want the color, okay, sure, go right ahead. But I am dealing with a raw image. I've transferred these into DNGs. So I'm actually dealing, let's get back into Photoshop, with a raw image. This is not a JPEG. It is not a processed image. It's an unedited DNG right there. So I'm getting the true colors that my camera saw. that it makes, it uses with its raw file. All cameras are different, I'm aware of that, but there you go. Low bass. I don't use Lightroom, but it's nice to know I can do that inside Photoshop. Oh, are you a bridge guy? I use it on the iPad all the time. I knew it was in Photoshop. It's pretty handy. It is. It is. Okay. Actually, let's go ahead and close that down. You don't need it. Nope, don't save it. Oh, capture one. Gotcha. Got ya. Okay, we are moving on. Now we're getting into the cities that have more of the blue, you know, the blue roofs for the chapels, if you would. But it's pretty stunning. The fact that they built these on a cliff, pretty amazing. Now, I'm definitely going to do something with these. As I was walking through the city, I was like, okay, wait a minute. Look at this light breaking through the clouds, hitting this area back here. Oh, this could be light and art. So always in the back of my head, I was sitting there thinking about, okay, what am I going to use for my challenge? Okay. Just catching up on chat. Gotcha. Okay, so this is really cool. Love the old windmills. And I am really sorry to this guy right here. And then he's like, hey, what are you doing taking my photo? Hey. Sorry, man. Sorry. I honestly did not see that until this morning when I was getting ready and I was flipping through these really quick, and I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, sorry, dude. Sorry. This is one of the downfalls of being in a village that is on a cliff. And, it's really dark here. It's getting nighttime, and you look right down on top of other people's, not houses, apartment or hotel rooms, whatever. And a lot of them have pools and also hot tubs. So you're looking right down on top of them. Saying about privacy. Yep. General. Catching just the shade of sunset right there. Didn't have a 500mm lens to get that, but I went minimal on this trip. I'm gonna grab these two. We're gonna right click. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to photo merge. We're going to do a panoramic. We do not want auto settings. And we could, no, I don't like that. And let's merge. Your zoom powers are weak, old man. I specifically traveled light. That was intentional. Let's try something. Let's unstack that. Let's take that. We're going to delete that. Let's grab both of these again. Right click, photo merge, panoramic. Now we're going to try fill edges. This has been getting better sometimes, other times not so good. So people around where I live don't usually have curtains on their windows and obviously no shutters, and it's proof that there's still some French in me that you feel compelled to look and sometimes you see things. Oh, where did you go? There it is. Okay, let's see how it did. Little cattywampus right there. Little off. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. You really can't see that. And, you know, this is one of the things. Almost... So for this trip, I took a 35mm, I took a 50mm, and I took a 7mm fisheye. That's it. Oof, that's gonna be... Oh, Sandrine. Okay. Getting to be really dark. You do live on the beach, though, Sandrine. So are you sure they were actually naked? I mean, they could be just wearing a Speedo or something. I don't know. No, she doesn't live. No, Rick. All right. I've got to talk about this. This was absolutely amazing. And I did not dare take any photos inside this person's shop. As I was coming up, there was a shop, and this is what I saw. This gentleman paints all of like the religious paintings that he does. He is commissioned by these chapels to come in and paint the domes, and he takes old boards, old doors, old everything, and paints religious reliefs on them, and then sells them. And by night or other times of the day, he's commissioned by these chapels to paint inside. I swear, you go in, this guy, he had this huge door, this old door, and he had a stick with like a bunch of socks on the end taped up, and he leans it up against the door, and then he's able to paint and keep his hand and arm from touching the rest of the painting. Oh my gosh. You swear that his paintings were 800 years old. They were spectacular. Santorini, yes. Santorini, yes. Blay, hello, by the way. The gentleman was amazing. My wife and I went in, chatted with him for quite a while. Super nice guy. Stunning work. Just absolutely stunning work. Okay. Oh, Rick says people swear that my drawings were done by cavemen. That's funny. Okay, so I wanted to end up just documenting where I was staying at. So this is with the 8mm, not 7, excuse me, 8mm fisheye. So kind of funky, but just wanted to get an idea. Now, also taking care of the rough. Okay, here we go. We're going to talk about wine. This is a vineyard. This is not like any vineyard I have ever seen in my life. If somebody told me that's a vineyard. I would say, oh my God, no, it's not. Those of you that have been part of my streams for a while knows that I live in a wine region. I've got my landlord's a winemaker. This house is a 120-year-old winery. It used to be. I go a couple blocks that way. I'm in nothing but vineyards. So when I saw this, I was amazed. This is how they actually protect the grapes. What they do is they wind and they wind the vines up like a basket, and they put the grapes in the middle with the new shoots where the grapes, the bunches of grapes, they put that in the middle to actually be protected from the wind. So during harvest, everything is totally back-breaking work. You're bent over, you're doing it all by hand. And also, what we were seeing is people were out working the fields and were already weaving for the next harvest. So they're going to be working from now till I think it's like February. By keep on weaving all of these bushes, these vineyards, these grapes, these vines. You know, they've cut some of them out. You can see right there. But oh my gosh, I was amazed by this, to the extent that I ended up having to go to a wine museum to be educated on it. Stunning. I bet the production isn't massive. It's a good size. It's a good size. Now, the other interesting thing is, these are farmers. They're not winemakers. So they farm the land, they grow the grapes, they pick them, and then they send them to, or they deliver them to the wineries, and the wineries make wine. So it's not like here where, like my landlord, as an example, owns the land, owns the grapes, works the grapes, picks the grapes, makes the wine, sells bottles, sells the wine. Nope. You have the farmers, and then you have the winemakers. So, yeah, kind of like a co-op. Yeah. So, very interesting. Okay. Let's keep moving on. I do have a quick story before. That's just kind of architecture being up on top. Red sand beaches. All right. Due to the fact that this is a volcano, the actual land, the dirt is amazing. Let me find, here we go. You can see the person right here. This is called Red Beach. I don't know why. But they actually, right by each other, they have a red beach, a white beach, and a black beach. And it is literally, what you get is amazing. Now, this has a massive landslide, and you can kind of see it here, that has happened recently, which makes it difficult to get to the beach itself. But it was absolutely amazing just to see the soil that was created by all the earthquakes, by the volcano, the volcanic activity over the decades. This is, again, this is amazing to me. This is a prehistoric town that I think it was, you know what? Let me check. Hold on. Sorry about that. Hit my mic. I want to be specific. 1967. So there was a group of men that were digging and came across a village. This village, and I know it's just, let me find something. Okay, you can kind of see it here. This village, the one we're looking at, is from 3000 BC. There has been countless earthquakes that have destroyed this village, and then they built another one right on top of it. Then it would be destroyed. They build another one. They don't know how many. As of right now, they're at 3 villages. They're guessing between 5 and 7 villages deep. And so they're bringing this up, and being from 3000 BC, it was amazing. They had running water. They had water troughs. They actually had piping for sewage and for clean water. It was absolutely amazing. Within these jugs, they found everything from olive oil to fish, all sorts of stuff. Now, the interesting thing, because an earthquake occurred and these villages were destroyed by earthquakes, they evacuated the village right before the volcano went. And so they have found 0 skeletons. They found animal bones, but they have not found one deceased body in this preserve. It's absolutely amazing. Hello? It's absolutely amazing to think about. And so while I was talking with the people there, because there weren't many there and they were very bored. And I'm like, this is like the exact same thing that's happening in Iceland right now. And they didn't know what I was talking about. So I was explaining to them that, well, right now there was earthquakes. So they evacuated an entire village, and they're doing the exact same thing that humanity did, 5,000 years ago. It's pretty amazing to think about. You're almost a third of the way around to the world, 5,000 years different, and they're doing the exact same thing. So, yeah, I was absolutely amazed. Absolutely amazed. You can see the roadway. We've got the walls. And everything was preserved. The mudslide that came down from the volcano just preserved everything. So it's kind of like Pompeii. I was very impressed with it. In 1996, the roof collapsed, and so that it's been closed for a long time, and I don't know when they reopened full time, but absolutely stunning. Okay, so here is some good. We'll get back. Here's the vineyards again. Mafu, have a great day. All right, we have story time. My wife and I, we went out to the furthest tip, and as you can see, all the way over here, this is the other side of the island, and this is where we were staying, over in this region. We are on the furthest tip, and there's a lighthouse. You can see everything. Really cool. Okay, wonderful, beautiful, great. I'm going big head mode. While we were there, there was a couple that we met. Now, this couple, because there's not a ton of people, you recognize people as you travel around from site to site. And I think it was the day before, this young couple, or younger than me, they wanted their photo taken. So there was a young girl, and I mean young girl, she gave her DSLR camera, a Nikon, to this young girl and said, will you take our photo? And the young girl did. Oh, Harris. Okay, seriously, man? So this is hilarious. this is for everybody out there trying to get a job. Hire me as a graphic designer, please. Will not get you hired. It will not get you hired. Stop it. Okay. So, the following day. Now, in the past, throughout my travels, decades, you know, over a decade of traveling, 37 countries, people have this grand desire to have somebody with the biggest camera take their photo with whatever device they use, mostly a phone. One, Harris, as I've said, please stop. Harris, if you do it one more time, I'm gonna have to shadow ban you. You don't put that type of stuff in my chat. Okay. So, people literally used to come up to me and go, hey, I tell you what, I see you have the biggest camera, will you take my photo? And in the past, I would say, I don't have a phone. Okay, hold on here. All right. Harris, I shadow banned you. So, there you go. All right. So, I've had people come up and I'm like, I don't know how to use your camera. I don't know what this is, this phone. I don't know. And they would be actually very rude to me. So today I'm sitting, or when I'm at this lighthouse, I see the couple come up to me and I'm like, oh no. Now I've got my camera. It's handheld. I've got no strap, no nothing. It's just, I've got the grip and taking the photos, and they come up to me and I'm thinking, oh no, I do not want to do this. And they go, will you take our picture? And I'm like, okay. She pulls out a disposable camera. The $1.99 disposable camera, and says, here. And then they go and they jump into the position and they do some pose in front of this lighthouse. And I stood there and I'm like looking at this thing. I'm looking at my camera. I look at them and I'm like, I bring it up to take the photo and it looks horrible. And I'm like, what is the ISO on this? And I start looking and they're like, no, it doesn't matter. Just take it. And I'm like, okay, look, you are in bright light on this side. This side's dark and you're just going to be black on this side and then overexposed on this side. I'm like, this is a horrible position. This is a horrible camera. Why? And they're like, just take it. So I was handed a disposable camera. She had her Nikon right around her neck. She had a very nice cell phone right in her pocket. And she handed me a disposable camera. I'm like, I didn't say this. I was thinking, like, do you know who I am? I could not believe that. I mean, I was stunned. So I took the photo, I gave it back, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now that photo is gonna be horrible because of this, the ISO, the lighting, where you were standing. You didn't listen to when I told you where you actually needed to stand, and they kind of stood there, and I'm like, look, this is what I do for a living, okay? My head was about to explode. I do need counseling, Caroline. I do. Oh my gosh. Lots of Gen Zs love the idea of film and the aesthetic of bad film shots. Philip, hello. Good to see you over on Twitch. I know that, but the problem is I know that I took it, and I do not like that is in the wild, and my fingerprint is on that. Seems that the disposable camera lens is a thing these days. I don't get it. Why? It's you should see the questions I get on disposable cameras. They're disposable for a reason. It's you know what? Okay. Fine. I have absolutely no problem whatsoever if they want to do that. I sat there, to be perfectly honest, I started talking with them and I'm like, okay, look, I see you have a camera. What camera do you have? This is what it is. These are the settings. This is how you want to shoot it. This is what you want to do. And they were very receptive. They asked for my business card. They said they even may show up into one of my streams. We chatted for quite a while, but they never apologized. They should have. Okay, let's see. Unwilling accomplish. Devlin, hello. You're too... yeah. The counselor will also need counseling after this session. Gareth, not far from the truth. Okay. We walked away and I told my wife, and I was just like, her eyes got like this. They what? No, you know what? That I have absolutely no problem with that, Philip. If they're here now listening to you cuss them out, I absolutely have no problem whatsoever, because if she would have handed me the phone, I would have said, no, give me your camera. If she would have handed me the phone. If the disposable camera just... I froze. My brain, like, I think I broke a gasket. Okay, so the rule for today has, in the past, it's always been the best camera is the camera on that you have. Okay, the rule for today is the best camera is the camera that's actually better than all the other ones you have. Oh, Philip, I was thinking that. Philip says he was gonna steal it. Okay, now I was thinking that I could maybe look like not the most trustworthy person. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I would never ever hand my camera to anybody else. People have said, oh, do you want me to take your photo? And I'm like, A, you won't know how to use it. B, the whole camera is set up for me. I've changed everything on it, and you're not going to know what to do. You're going to look through the viewfinder. The viewfinder is set up for my eyesight. It's going to be blurry. You're not going to be able to see anything. No, I would not ever give my camera to anybody else. They've asked, and no. So yes, I'm going to steal their disposable camera and run. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to find some photos that I want to edit. When I give my camera to my husband, I switch it to P. Okay, Sandrine, that's better than switching it to automatic. That would be a slap in the face right there. Oh, hold on. You want to use my camera? Wait, hold on. Okay. We're going to go through really quick some photos. I'm just grabbing some ones that I think I want to edit. Oh my God. If anybody has been here, we went up to ancient Terra, and a horrible storm was coming in. And let's see, I don't think I got pictures of the storm coming in, but no joke, to get up to this view top, 22 switchbacks, and the road is so narrow and it's like sheer drop-offs. It was absolutely crazy that buses, vans, cars, and pedestrians all go up and down this during the high season. 22 switchbacks, no place to turn off. Bruce says, thank you, Shawn. That was a good story. Bruce, it wasn't a good story. It's just, I can't fathom it. I honestly can't fathom that somebody, like, okay, hold on. Okay, so first off, I'm not trying to be judgy at all. I just know how things are. For professional photographers, especially portraits, they never, and this is a tip for everybody, when you buy a camera, it comes with a strap, right? It comes with a strap. On the strap, it usually says what the camera is. Okay? If you are traveling, you do not use that strap because that is a giant, it's an advertisement to whoever may want to steal your camera. They're looking at it and they may say, oh, okay, that's a Nikon 850. Or whatever, that's a new Nikon Z, or that's a Canon whatever, or a Sony whatever. They may know that and know the fact that, okay, those are expensive. I can get good money for that. It's not a cheap camera. So first off, if you have a decent camera, I know, especially if you're a pro photographer or if the fact that you do a lot of traveling, you are not going to have a strap on it. You will not. If you are a professional photographer, straps get in the way. So I use a bottom mounted strap that goes over my shoulder. That way I can also take it off very quickly. And most of the time with this style grip, it is perfect and I can walk around without the strap. A lot of the time I do that. And when I'm shooting for any type of project, I never ever have a strap. So that's number one. So if I see anybody with a Nikon strap, I'm like, okay, they're amateur, semi-pro, I'm not saying they're a bad photographer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying they're not doing this for a living. So that's the first thing I know. Second, Evie, hello, good to see you. I'm sitting here like this with this camera, with this lens, and I'm shooting and I'm taking photos. Same with the bottom mounted strap. I also have a wrist strap so I don't drop it and the leg's leaning out. Yes, I have for my mirrorless, I've got the hand strap that hooks from this hook to the bottom hook. Yeah, not for my Nikon though. So I'm shooting. I'm taking a lot of photos. I'm setting up. I'm changing my settings. Why in God's name do you think I should go from this to a disposable camera? That's my thought. There was another reason I was going to bring that up. Why did I grab this? Oh my gosh, what was the question? Got me going again. Okay. No, it was the good story that Bruce said. It's just frustrating. Corrado, hello. Good to see you. Moving on. 22 switchbacks, Harry. Beautiful black stone or black sand beach. Absolutely amazing. I want to do something with this. This guy was standing there, had to take his photo. All of a sudden he turns around and I'm like, not me, I wasn't doing anything. This was actually, okay, these are going to be really boring photos here, so I'm going to go through them quick. But something I have never noticed before is with these type of stone beaches, with the perfect amount of a wave, a break that comes in, the black sand or stones, pebbles, start jumping up like popcorn. And I thought this was really interesting, so I was trying to get a good photo of it, but I've never noticed this before, you know, that this is what happens. So all right, I was playing around. Now within this region here, I got this idea and I'm like, forget this whole beautiful stuff. Lydia, have a great day. Thanks for being here. Forget trying to take all these beautiful pictures of the beaches and blah, blah, blah. Let's show what it looks like to be here during the off season. So this is getting back to, I don't want to say the ugly part of these of this type of resorts, but it's the closed part. It's the off season. So you see these places with just these horrible looking pools, like just nasty. Everything put away, set aside, almost looks like a storm came through. The empty pools, the quietness of these resorts, they're just so different. Like, this is absolutely gorgeous buildings, but then you've got this empty pool, you've got everything kind of stacking up here. You know, you've got, I like that one. You've got, you know, the plants that are dead. Again, just nasty pools that haven't been cleaned, just black, but cool reflections going through the fences. This one I love. Diving into the pool is forbidden. Okay, that's not very deep, so understandably so. No skateboarding in those pools, no. You know, everything's set aside. Put away for the off season. I'm gonna go ahead and hit G for grid. I want to grab that one. Hold shift. Actually grab all these. Let's go in photo merge panorama. Panorama. Oh, that did not do a good job. You did not do a good job. Not gonna want. Gonna want spherical. Not bad, but am I that close to the edge? Maybe I am. Go ahead, hit fill edges. Let's merge that down. Let Lightroom do its thing. PJ, hey there, how you doing? For those of you that are jumping in, I hope you had a great weekend, or if you celebrated Thanksgiving, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Like that. How should I remake the sign, Bruce? Evie says, I have a new wheelchair called a Tilt in Space. Absolutely my vibe, coming my way. Thanksgiving related question. What are yams? Yams are legs. I think that's a French term. Got nice yams. Bruce, I'm waiting. How should I remake the sign? I was waiting for that, Rick. Rick says that's gams. Oh. Okay. That's making me cry a little bit. I couldn't resist. No pooping in the pool. I think that's a given. That's a given. Okay. Jeez. So, one of the last villages that we actually visited. Oh gosh, I'm still crying. Was up on top of a hill. You could absolutely see everything. I mean, let me count this through. Seventeen photo panoramic. This may blow up my stream. That's good. When in Greece, when in Rome. Okay, I'll read chat in a second. Let's oh, I don't know if this is a good idea, but we're gonna try it. 17 photos. Oh. Rick says, I saw a blue roof. Unable to merge the photos. Oh, yeah, because I'm in the perspective. Oops. Whoops. Oh, yeah, Bruce, there is, well, that was on... Was the guy was on Adobe Live that was doing all of the remaking the signs. Yeah, I remember seeing that. He would find a sign like what was it, a delivery truck? delivery truck driver, and wasn't that the font show? Was it? It was a while ago, Oliver, and a lot has happened since I saw that, so I don't know. But he was on. Where they were finding signs and then finding the fonts for them. I don't know. All I know is the guy would go out and he would see a sign and then he would redesign the sign and then put it up over the old sign. Like, he would do it for free. So, I don't know. Okay. Oh, can't do that. Yeah, I don't remember his name. Oh, why am I... Oh, no. How do you get to... This is embarrassing. I actually forgot the shortcut key to close everything. To close... What is a shortcut key for that? No. Sandrine, have a great day. Not okay. Yeah, it's no, not close everything, Oliver. It's to go into like full screen that these tabs close down. I can't remember what it is. Okay. Nor, hello. That's actually kind of a cool panoramic. No, F takes you, now, okay, you have to remember, F, I go like that, and it takes me into full screen, but I'm set at a different aspect ratio. FF, nope. Command F? No. To close these down. Oh well, let's do this. All right, let's check this out. It kind of messed up a little bit there. Is it tab? It is tab. Thank you, Oliver. Try 33. Yeah, that's better. 33, we can see more. Well, that pretty much shows almost like 90% of the island. That's a heck of a panoramic. Whew. Okay. Now, I have to say this is interesting. My wife, all of a sudden, I'm shooting the panoramic, I'm shooting different things. She comes up and she's like, hey, come here, you got to check this out. And takes me up, and there's a gate to get up on top of this chapel. And we are at probably the highest point of a man-made structure on the island. Or pretty close. And it was absolutely amazing. Now, were we supposed to be up there? No, we were not. But we had a blast up there. Imagine having this view as your front yard every day. I don't think I would like it, Nor. That's kind of the problem I have. I love visiting. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's edit something. Go ahead and edit this one. I like this. Do you use drones for your shots? No, Nor. I don't like... Okay, personally, I don't like drones. I don't like to use drones. I don't own a drone because I find them immensely annoying and loud. And if there's an actual location that I want to be at, I want it to be quiet. I don't want the buzzing of a drone. So, no, I do not use drones. Okay, we are shooting an evening shot. We've got our lens correction. Everything is set up because it's set up to actually do this when I import it. As of right now, I don't know if we need to do any transformation. We're going to go into our basics. We're going to try, and I know this isn't going to work. I'm going to hit auto. No, Command Z. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to bring down our highlights. We're going to bring up our whites. Bring up our shadows just a bit. And bring up the exposure. The tough thing, or an interesting thing that I find, is the fact that it's one of the first places that I've ever photographed that the buildings are mostly the brightest pixels that you get. So even when I try to highlight, and I know I talk about this when you're photographing, you try to always expose for the highlights. Well, it's really interesting that here, the majority of the time, your highlights, the white buildings, are actually brighter than the sky. I find that interesting. Like an active volcano. Ooh, that's too much. Too much. Frank, hello. What are the windmill type structures? Windmills? Yes, Evie, this is a windmill. I'm getting frustrated because I do not want... Let's try something. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna hit reset. Make sure. Okay. We're gonna warm that up. They have big spiders there to make large webs. We're going to invert this. Actually, let's duplicate and invert. We're going to call that one our sky. This one our foreground. Bring the whites up. Bring our shadows up a little bit. Add a little bit of contrast using the curve. Not much though. That's too much clarity. I'm trying to bring up the windmill just a bit, maybe right there. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to grab a new mask. I'm going to grab a linear gradient. Bring that up. Bringing down the exposure for that blue right there. Now let's get into our sky. And we want to add a touch of dehaze. We're going to warm the sky up quite a bit, bringing out the sunset. Can even warm it up just a touch more. Now I think we're a little bit too bright on our whites. Bring our whites down just a touch. Warm that up. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce says, amazing shot, Shawn, by the way. I like this one. Like it. I want to add, let's go ahead, let's get a radial gradient. Rick, you are right. I do not need to replace it. Bring up that exposure just a bit. Go ahead, warm that up a little more. I'm liking that. I'm liking what we've got going there. Little over the top, but I'm actually okay with that. I'm going to add a little bit of vibrance. Add a touch more dehaze. A little bit of texture. Rick says, remember when sky replacement was the draw dropping new feature? Now look what we have. I was angry, Rick. I was angry when Sky Replacement came out. I was not happy at all. At all. Yeah. Not a happy camper. We've got a little bit of noise. Wondering why the images you're sharing are also so dark. Just realized the light display on my laptop is very, very low. Okay, what time is it? All right. Let me go ahead. I'm going to finish this up. I think all we need to do, we're going to add a little bit of sharpening. Hold down the Option key for the mask. That looks good right there. I don't think it needs any type of vignette. No, it does not. It does not need a vignette. So we're going to call that good. I'm going to go ahead, hit G. Come on. Come on. Oh, you are not happy with me right now for some reason. Not happy at all. We're going to right click. We're going to make a virtual copy. And I am going to test something out here really quick. So let that load. We're going to hit D. We're going to reset this image. We're going to go in. We're going to hit denoise. That is perfect right there. We're going to go ahead and hit enhance. I got a little bit of lag going on. Little bit of lag. Well, all of Lightroom's classic features are really sucking up the RAM. Wow. Rick, I would be happy to switch to a Z by HP workstation if there was some way that I could be sponsored and not have to shell out the money for it, because I don't have the money to buy a new computer right now. Okay. So I denoised this. So now we're going to jump in. Let's go ahead. We're going to go hit G. We're going to go Command E. And we're going to see how this works. We're going to jump into Photoshop. Let's jump into Photoshop. There we go. What's happening? Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's see what we've got. Let's make a new layer. I don't mind that vine. That rope is going to the bell, so that's good. I'm happy with that. Nothing is bothering me. Even this laundry over here, I'm totally happy with. Okay, the only thing I want to get rid of, we're going to see how it does, is we're going to get rid of this antenna. So let's get rid of that layer. We're going to grab that. Let's grab our selection tool. up. Okay, so Evie is saying, I wondered why Z by HP meant what? I wondered what Z by HP meant in your name there, Rick. And Rick says, yes, Evie, I am in the part of HP that designs and sells high-end professional workstation class computers. Oh my God, that did an amazing job. Don't like that one. Don't like that one. I can't believe that. What do we have going here? It looks as if it denoised all of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new layer. I'm going to hold down the command key. We're going to select that mask, select this layer, and we're going to make a mask. We're going to take this layer. We are going to, we're going to just right there. Okay. We're going to fill that with 50% gray. And actually bring that down below, zoom back in, so filter, noise, we're gonna add noise. And why are you only adding it? Cancel out of that. Let me see why. Oh, come on, Shawn, be smarter than that. Noise, add noise. That's looking pretty good. Okay, now we've gone too much noise, so we can bring down the opacity. I'm gonna try something here. Let's go with the eyedropper. We're gonna grab right there. We're gonna grab that layer. We're gonna do an option delete. There we go. That looks better. Now, Okay, I'm gonna have to paint that in right there. So hitting B for our brush, make it a little bit smaller, making sure we're painting with white. We're just gonna do quick, nasty drawing here. And actually we need to paint with black, Shawn. Paint with black, there we go. There we go. And 0, that's what we wanted. Okay, so what I have done here is we've done a generative fill, as you can see. Let's zoom in. First off, I wanted to get rid of this antenna, so we did a generative fill. Once we did the generative fill, you can kind of see this is sticking out like a sore thumb. It's not really matching. So we've taken a fill layer, new layer, we've added noise to it to match a little bit better. Man, 0, there we go. I'm digging that. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go, just gonna go Command S. Let's save it. Let it save. Okay, we can close this down. We can jump back over into the Lightroom Classic. Now we've got this photo. We like everything we've done to it. So I'm going to hit D for develop. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to come behind my head. So let me move. And let's turn this off. You can see over here that we've got a copy button. So we're going to copy those settings. And I want to copy all these masks. We want to... We don't need to worry about the lens correction. We didn't do any transform. I did do some curves. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and we didn't do any. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna copy all of that. We're gonna hit G. Let's find our Photoshop, and you can see it's Photoshop because we have a PSD right there. We're gonna open that up, hit D for develop, and we're gonna hit paste. Now it's remaking all of those masks, everything that we've done there. So if I do a before, that's the before, that's the after. Let's go ahead, hit G. Come on. Lightroom, you're killing me. Holding down Command, we're gonna grab that. We're gonna hit C. And we've got some differences. You can definitely see the differences. We can always go ahead and make the changes. Like I don't feel that this is warm enough. Maybe it needs a little bit more denoise. Not denoise. I'm reading Eevee's. Nice denoise. Let's see what it did. What we got going here? Be darker. Got our sky. Add. Oh, wrong way. Little bit of dehaze. Don't go over the top. I'm really focused here. I'm sorry, people, I'm not chatting much. Actually, I like what we did. I'm happy with that. Okay. So that is the before. That's the raw file. Or not the raw file, but that's the file before any edits. That's the after. I like it. I like it. That's a keeper. Okay. Let me go ahead and take a quick screenshot here. What time of the day was this? I will tell you in a second. I believe it was 5... Oh, it wasn't even 5 o'clock. Yes, it was. It was 5... Oh, come on. I did not change the time zone. Let me bring this up. It was 5:12. Yes, it's an hour ahead. So that's the time that it was taken. I didn't change the time, the clock on my camera. So 5:12. The sunset was at 5:30? No, it was like 5:08, something like that was the sunset. Because I thought I had a sunset. Nope, I don't. The sun was already set. So, there we go. Okay. Oh, I want to thank you all for being here today. Thanks. We're going to continue on the Light and Art Community Challenge. And what I'm going to do on Thursday, I don't know. I think it's time to make a new background for me. Maybe. A ton of lens flares. That's what it's going to be. Just lens flares. That's it. That and disposable cameras. That's what we're going to be making on Thursday. So we'll be working in probably Illustrator, maybe a little Express, and also After Effects. So hopefully I will see you all there. I hope you all have a great rest of the day. In 2 hours, I'm going to be streaming with Jack on the Firefly Discord. So if you get an opportunity, jump on over to that and say hi. Otherwise, I will see you on the Adobe Lives with Val. The daily creative challenges or the creative challenges are back. So, woohoo! Mark, thank you so much. Good to see you again. I think that's all I got to tell you about. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay creative. Just be nice. Don't hand people disposable cameras, especially if they're photographers. For the love of Pete, just be nice. Oh, Pete. Oh, why did I say that? Now I'm going to get fired up about the United States. Make sure to contact Pete Buttigieg, Secretary of Transportation, and tell them that we need the American flyer rights matching exactly to the EU flyer rights. For the love of God, please, if you live in America, if you fly, do it, please. And don't hand out disposable cameras. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye, Bruce's mom. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.